It is the best show in town. It is the best LGBTQI issue. So darling, why haven't you subscribed? Monday to Thursday, bringing you breaking news Wahala. On Friday, sex education. And Saturday, burning questions. You know, all those questions you've been thinking of asking. Saturday is the day for you, darling. Ask your questions about religion, your questions about what you want to know about us, your question about anything. You can access anything on Saturdays doing burning questions. And you know one thing, you could to be the lucky winner to win our giveaways on Saturdays. And on Sundays, to crown it all, we have the market woman and shade girl. So darling, why do you want to miss out on all these interesting things? Help this channel by clicking the subscribe button.
Now, it's not new thing for us in the community to always witness drama. And drama, as they say, comes in different episodes sometimes. In a new episode on Breaking News Wahala, from the previous one, the old news, if people remember the news of Ageless, where they accused, where JP crime fighter accused him of releasing a phone of a about to be married man. Well, we did some investigation. Our lead investigator, Chimereze Henry Awunaya, has some shocking revelations for us. But before we go into that, as usual, we introduce ourselves. My name is Marvelous Achafi Kelechi, and I'm always joined by our honorable producer, Chimereze Henry Awunaya. In our Toronto studios in Canada, Chimereze, how are you doing?
Good morning, Mr. Chaff. I'm fine, thank you. How are you doing?
I'm doing very well. I'm doing fantastically well. So, update on the Ageless case. I know you were on it. Being an Ageless, we did not really speak. I wouldn't say we speak. He reached out, but during that time, it was really, really busy. But I think you spoke to both Ageless and the man involved in the video, and you have the two sides. And I'm sure some of the recordings will be played on this episode as we go along.
So ask me who is Ageless. So I'm that Ageless. I don't know. So later now remember, I called one of my friends, the guy that invited that Ageless, because this thing happened at the village, not Lagos. I called my friend that invited that Ageless. Ask him, please, that guy that you invite that day, what his name is Ageless. He said that he's Ageless. So I started telling him this thing. Look at what is happening. That they would never know that this guy set a camera and it's not be trending. So what I did is that I started looking for that Ageless number. I called Owerri before they gave me the number. I called the Ageless. I didn't prove any point to her. I was just shouting that, threatening him. So later, after some days, he called me when my friend I invited him asked him such things. He called me begging me. I asked him, begging me, what are you begging me for? What was your intention for the first time you did this? In fact, I don't have the time now. I called the call. He called me back. That Oyas is doing him this. I can't say I don't care the business you have with Oyas. What I care about is the business. Why did you do this thing for the first time? Someone invites you. I give you money. I paid your fare. I take you out. I flex you. So it was terrible, blah, 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 this and that. I called the call. I blacklist his number. I block him because I know that I still have my own intentions to do. The same that day. Hello?
Go on, I can hear you.
So I let her have Oyas' number.
Yes.
And tell Oyas, look at what is happening. The stupid Oyas, I don't know he's the one that sent you or not. Now take the voice. I got the Oyas. Oyas said that I should send him the voice. I should send him voice notes. Understand me? I should send him voice notes more that his battery is down. sent the voice note. By then, I've heard that he had already sent the video on his Twitter. Do you get me?
Yeah.
I think, I just explained everything about how those things happen. Say, yes, we draw this video for your Twitter. Look at everything happen. But yes, now use that my voice note and be even talking rubbish.
So I'm eager. I'm itching to know what you have to say. The same, I've heard some of the things you spoke to me, you gave me some of the names. But so for our able viewers, just give them a rundown. What actually transpired? This is pure investigative journalism.
So from the side of Ageless did mention that the said guy in the sex tape didn't know he was recording, so his phone was on the wall, and this guy did not know Ageless was recording. Ageless claimed he is an OnlyFans creator. He has made series of adult content for a while. He also stated that that video was made last year June, sometime in June last year, and there have not been any incident that Oya's JP Crime Fighter actually sent someone to hack his phone and allegedly hacked his phone and got the porn and gave it to JP Crime Fighter, which JP Crime Fighter then used to upload on JP Cock Island on Twitter. That was what Ageless said. Ageless even suggested giving me this guy's number to verify, and he said he has not asked for a dime. He has not asked for any penny from this guy. And when I called the name guy in the sex tape, he had some conversation. He gave me some clarity. He said, one, he's now married. Two, his wife doesn't know about the sex tape that's going on, and she may never find out because it's only circulated through around the LGBTQ community. Thirdly, he also confirmed that Ageless has not asked him for a dime, but the following day after the phone call, he called me back and said there were some group of people who were trying to blackmail him, asking him that if he doesn't pay 200,000 naira, they will come to his address, they will release the video, and he said he will gladly give them the address. If they want to come to his address and release the video and do a premiere for the sex tape, then they are free to do a premiere of the sex tape. So the guy also claimed that he didn't know Ageless from nowhere. He was actually in Lagos when he used to reside in Lagos, and a friend said, oh, he's going to come around and he's going to bring his friends. So Ageless was supposed to be this other friend's friend. That is why we need to be careful with who our friends are bringing along. Sometimes we want to chill out, have a good time, and our friends say, oh, but I feel bring my friend with me, and we are so careful, like, oh, let's meet this new person, we're excited, let's get to know this person. That was the situation he was. He said he drove Ageless and his friend around Lagos. They even ate at a eatery, and because of the way Ageless was dressed, he couldn't bring Ageless to his family's house. So Ageless took him to that location, which where the whole sexual pleasure happened. So these were the little details I could get from the said guy in the video.
So, Chuma, a question from me to you. I want to understand this. He said he didn't know about the recording.
Yes, he did not know that Ageless
But when he
was
found
recording.
out now, what was his reaction?
So
Because
he
he said
had to.
Ageless. No, I'm trying to understand because he said Ageless said he wants to use it for his OnlyFans page. Meaning he knew about this recording before now.
No, Ageless didn't want to use it for his OnlyFans page. Ageless says he is an OnlyFans creator, so he recorded that said video for his own pleasure, not for his
Oh, that was
OnlyFans
Ageless
content.
telling you.
That
That was
was
Ageless. That
Ageless
was
telling me,
okay. The man said he
not
was not aware. Well, I just want to
yes.
understand. So our viewers will not have the opinions more food up. So to, let me just give an opinion quickly so we can round up with you and some other things that you forget so that you refresh your memory. See, I always say this again, that as community members, for me, first of all, if this is released unknowingly, then Ageless should have his, I would have said had his day in court, but in Nigeria, yeah, which court are you going to go to? Is the LGBTQI court? I mean, so sorry I had to laugh because I don't know the kind of court we'll be going to on this case. So you cannot say he should have his day in court. It was countries like Canada, South Africa, Denmark, Norway, Sweden. We're talking about having a day in court. For this case, you cannot say about having a day in court. I just feel like community members are moving mad a lot, are moving seriously mad. And if this actually comes out to be true, then Ageless should be very ashamed of himself. And this more just discrediting, demerits, and just a lot of accusations that might be thrown at him. Some of them he might be innocent for, but it's when you do one or two things, like he who has, like that story of he who cried wolf, wolf, wolf. When the wolf finally comes to your doorstep and truly comes, the people will not take you serious. Why? Because they believe that you are a liar, a ridiculous liar. All you do is lie about a serial liar. So they would not take you serious. People would have passed their own judgment and opinion on you that this person is a useless person, is a no good person. So when you're finally innocent and the wolf actually comes, the wolf will actually devour. And so I just feel like, to me, just if this is actually true, just puts a stain on Ageless. And I tell committee members to please be careful. If someone wants to bring a second party to your house, you should be very, very careful, watchful, and if you're not sure that you can control the surrounding and the narrative, please say no. Say no. Because a lot of committee members, they go with gun body, and when they go with gun body, they might be genuine, but the gun body might most likely have the sinister motive. And sometimes I've seen cases where the gun body ends up even grouping the two of them. In the two cases where the person that brought the gun body is not fully aware of the person, where the person that they brought, the extra baggage that they brought along, had sinister intentions, I would even deal with the two of them and rob them blind, or even deal with them, or even expose them, or keep to them. It has been many cases. That's not the first time. It's something that keeps on happening. So I just feel like this is just a lesson for us all. And I'm very, very, this happens to be true. I'm just very, very much ashamed. Ageless would have done better. You do record people without their consent. It shows that if you can do this, then there are many things that the community would say that I would really, really look at you in a bad light, to be honest, because recording people that were consent, this basically, if not for this guy, I really, really applaud this guy. Like I said again, if it's true that he does not know, I'm still waiting for Ageless to, but I applaud the guy that the guy was able to go through with it, because mental health would have been destabilized. He will probably be feeling so bad. And I'm happy that he has the courage to even face the blackmailers and let them know that he's not the, what's the word? He's the victim. The blackmailers are not the victim. He is the victim. And I'm just happy that I was able to stand this ground. And I'm really, really, I just hope that this work out well for them. Chimeze, your final words for this around.
This shows the type of people we have in this community. This shows that we are not ready for queer liberation. We are not ready to even stop the ketos. It shows us the amount of damage and nakedness that's in the LGBTQ community. First, with JP Crime Fighter, because this guy said he reached out to JP Crime Fighter. He had a conversation with JP Crime Fighter. JP Crime Fighter recorded it and began to change the narrative, which is so sad that someone who has been victimized, someone who has gone through trauma, someone who trying to keep himself sane in a society that's as insane as Nigeria, you could do this as a proclaimed activist that is supposed to be fighting crime, which points to the fact that activism is not genuine, it's no longer pure. It needs to be rechecked. Secondly, I think as you said, Ageless, I feel Ageless could do better. One thing I'll applaud Ageless for is that Ageless opened up to say, yes, I didn't record this person knowingly. He did not deny, he did not say, oh, this. And I feel if he could say one part of the truth, I feel every other part of the truth could be true. Because we've seen how far Oyas has gone to target people who he has enmity with. JP Crime Fighter literally had to send people to attack Zamani, which we know of, which is true. We know Zamani stole a lot of things, but there are certain things. They say there is no smoke without fire. If this is how JP Crime Fighter getting to this position is oppressing the people he's supposed to protect, I wonder what kind of activism or what type of example as a leader we should be giving people. We should not become the oppressors of the people we are meant to lead. Everything still boils down not just on Ageless, but also on Oyas as an activist, as a leader. And finally, to this young man, I encouraged him. I told him, see, you have to open up to your wife. You have to tell your wife this is who you are, this is what is happening with you, so that it doesn't come to her as a shock if she ever finds out. At least she knows of a truth that you had the courage to tell her this is this and this is what is happening. She will be hurt, she will cry, maybe she may pack her things and go, but she will still come back because you were honest to her. As many of us who are queer people who know because of societal, menace and societal stigma, we are going to be attaching ourselves to bisexual, or we are going to be attaching ourselves to heterosexual women, I feel as a gay man who is doing that, a contract marriage, please open up to this said person so that this person knows the boss she enter, so that she will not discover that the bus she's entering is not the bus going to where she wants to be. This is an honest, situation where we need to recheck the law, we need to recheck activism, we also need to recheck ourselves as content creators. I'm not saying content creators are bad, but we've seen examples of Kachi, we've seen an example of Zamani, we've seen an example of Ageless, how these content creators are so desperate to make money at anybody's gain or anybody's loss or at the detriment of this community. I feel porn stars should begin to recheck their whole, what is the word? Their whole ways, or their whole I don't know what the word to say, but they need to start rechecking how they, their involvement in this community and do better. That is my final words.
Thank you very much. I think we can call that a wrap. But that word of ageless coming out clean. One thing I tell people that if walls do not have holes, lizard cannot enter. That's the popular proverb. Tí ògì ò bá lanu, aláǹdá ò lè wọ̀ grave. It's one of the proverbs that I love. I've used it like 4 times on the show. If there was no recording, there would be nothing to blackmail you with. It is well. I just wish them all the neighbors. Until we talk here, we lay it down, we bring all the points to you guys. But it's left to you, the viewers, to decide and choose what you actually want to believe in. And as you guys know, keep on bringing you hot news back to back. Till the next episode, see you guys later. Peace out.